Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to do a little demo of some Way tags and talk about Way Around. I will of course leave the link to the app for iOS and Android down in the description below if you are interested in downloading it. You do need an app on your smartphone in order to use these. I think that you can scan them if you have a separate NFC scanner. I'm not 100% sure. I know someone who has an Android and her phone can't scan NFC tags. Let me back up a bit. So this is an example of a Way tag. It is a sticker form, this particular one. It is a little tiny round sticker and it has the Way Around logo on it. It looks like a speaker with a semicircle coming out of it. I don't know. I am also holding this correctly so you can see the logo as it's intended. Anyway, this is a little tiny sticker form of it. I have several of them here in front of me, different types, I guess. This, for example, is a sticker on a clip that you can put on some paper or a stack of paper. We have some buttons here that are waiting to have stickers put on them. This is a square. I believe that this backing on it is magnetic. I have not tried putting it on anything magnetic. They are NFC tags. NFC is near field communication. It is basically used for data exchanges between two devices. If you have a phone that has contactless payment on it, like Apple Pay, or if you have a credit card or debit card that has a tap to pay enabled on it, the card readers use NFC essentially to read those so you can use Apple Pay or use your tap to pay card. It is also, in this case, used for these cute little Way tags. It is a company that is mainly specifically, I think, for blind people, though that's not saying that anybody can't use these. They were at the convention that I went to for the American Council of the Blind about a month and a half ago from me recording this. They're these little tags that you can put anywhere, and you need to use the app on your phone to write to these tags as well as read to these tags. You do need to have a phone or some sort of device that can read NFC in order to use these, otherwise they're basically going to be useless stickers. I'm going to demo this here just to see how it works for you guys. This was in a freebie bag that I got from a Way Around representative at the convention at their exhibit hall booth. Way Around is the company. Way tags are these little devices. So I'm gonna have my phone up on screen here as we are going through this, so those of you who are able to see can see what we're doing. We have the Way Around app up. I did create an account. One of the first things it wants you to do is make your own account. You can also share accounts, like if you have a spouse or a roommate or somebody and you both need to use Way tags, you can share the same account and have access to the same data, so you're not dealing with two separate accounts. The ACB convention had these stationed up around the hotel outside of the conference rooms, and if you tapped one of the tags, it would read out on your phone whatever the description was that they had on these tags. We are going to press create down at the bottom here. There are two buttons. The one on the left is read. The one on the right is create. We have an option first to enter a description. There is also something that says template, and it has a drop-down menu that says select. Let's see, if I tap on template, you can have appointment, artwork, business card, cleaning supply, clothing care, custom, file, grocery item, personal care product. Let's tap grocery item. You can also choose a whole bunch of other things here. We have dietary information that also has a drop down, certifications that also has a drop down, purchase date, best before, other date, and you can edit those text fields as you see fit. You can also add custom details. Let's actually not do this. Let's choose something else. Let's choose business card, for example. For the options here, we have phone, you enter digits only, as well as email, website, address. All of these are text fields. You can also add custom information, and you can enter a description that is essentially the text that you want written to the Way tag. We have all these options here. I'm a little overwhelmed. Is that bad? What happens if we tap artwork? Overview, dimensions, frame dimensions, detailed description, created, period, medium, secrets, art elements. Oh wow, we have a lot of options here. What if I choose file? Category, select. You know, let's just go back to grocery item. We don't have to enter all of this. I'm assuming that we can just go as we see fit. For all of the dietary options, we have so many different things to choose from. Dairy-free, gluten-free, nut-free, sodium-free, soy-free, sugar-free, and then other options such as low sodium, contains eggs, contains milk products, contains wheat and gluten, things such as that. So we're gonna tap dairy-free. For certifications, you can choose kosher for dairy, meat, neutral, or Pareve, P-A-R-E-V-E. You could also choose halal, you could choose fair trade certified. We're just gonna leave that blank. I, again, am going to type something in random here for the demo. I have a thing of the Lactaid brand ice cream in the freezer that's like vanilla. We're just gonna type in Lactaid vanilla ice cream in the description box up at the top. For all the other information, I don't know what to, I'm just like not going to fill it out. Custom details, we have text, date, email, heading, link, phone, time, cancel. Okay, let's tap right, ready to scan. Hold the way tag to scan. I think the NFC point on my phone is up in the left-hand corner. It worked. Okay. It shows here that I just wrote the tag. It says scanner ready. Press the read button below, then hold the top part of your phone on the way tag until you feel a double click. I can also edit this tag. The great thing about these is that you can overwrite the information that's on the tag, so you can use them again and again and again. I am not actually gonna stick this on the ice cream in the freezer. I'm pretty sure that I can, but like I'm not going to. So we're gonna read. And it read the information to me. I do not have voiceover on. Let's turn voiceover on.
Voiceover on. Way around. Text field is editing.
Text field.
Read. Description. Double tap to scan a way tag and hear the description. Then swipe right. Ready to scan. Heading. Ready to scan. Heading.
Hello, tag. I just scanned you. There we go.
Lactaid vanilla ice cream. Heading. Dietary information. List start. Dairy-free. List end.
There we go. So it will show all of that information. You can obviously customize these as you see fit. You can write longer descriptions. Like I said, for like the room stuff that they had at the convention, I didn't actually use this at the convention, but you could put in as much information as you want, like where the room is, what is around you, things like that, if you are having them outside of a physical hotel space or any sort of venue space. These are very versatile. In the little flyer that I got from the booth, it showed people having them on potted plants, like if they're gardening indoors, like, you know, having plants on their windowsill to identify what is what, having them on cleaning products, on juice, on different things. Again, you can be as detailed as you want with them, but I like that you can just write to it over and over and over again. You can use them to identify clothes. For example, if I had this on something and I wasn't able to read like the cooking instructions on something that might be packaged, I would first get that information. Then I would put it into the text field in the way tag description. I would write all that info, which usually is not a lot. It's just telling you what to preheat the oven to and for how long, and then press done. Stick the way tag on there, and then next time we're all good to go. Tap it, scan it, it's all good. I was able with my phone case, which is not that thick, it's like your standard phone case, to scan it from the back of my phone. Your NFC touch point, in my experience, I have an iPhone 11, is in the top corner of your phone. You could literally use these for anything. At the booth that we were at, for example, they had them inside of clothing. They included things such as this that can go through a safety pin. I'm not 100% sure what this thing is. It looks kind of like a button in a way. It's a plastic thing. It feels like a button. And they also included a regular button with two little holes in it that you could sew into something. And a safety pin was in my little bag of freebies. I'm not sure if you can see that through the camera. I'm not going to take it out. But there is a safety pin in there. So you can put this on clothing if you need help identifying clothing. I'm going to put all of these away as I am talking. I think that this is a cool little thing. Pretty low tech. If you have an iPhone or an Android, all iPhones now scan NFC. I'm not sure about Android, but any newer iPhone in the last couple of years will scan NFC tags. I know there is a phone called the Blind Shell that a lot of people in the blind community use. It, I think, is a smartphone. I don't have a lot of information on it. I think it has apps. I believe Sam with the Blind Life or somebody did a video on that. If I can find it, I will link it down below in the description as well. I am not the one to talk to about the blind shell. I only know Apple products, unfortunately. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you found this interesting. I know I did. I know weigh tags have been around for a long time. I am very new to them, and I'm pretty happy with the little bag of freebies that I got to be able to try them out as a sample. I will probably be getting more of them in the future, maybe. You can get them in bulk from their website. I will again leave all of this information down in the description so you can click through it and check it out. Thank you again for watching this and for sticking with me. Please leave any comments, feedback, and suggestions down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!